Welcome back, everyone, to the UL Monroe Warhawks Dynasty here on College Football Revamped. After losing against USC on the road and then beating Oregon in an upset fashion, we're headed back here at our home stadium in front of our hometown fans to try to get another W here and keep up the momentum. We're taking on the Marshall Thundering Herd, and right off the get-go here, Lucas Key fire into the end zone. That is John Felix for a 20-yard touchdown reception. So we've got the tools on offense to really hang with a lot of schools that might be a little bit better than us on an overall rating. On an overall scale, we can hang as long as our passing offense can get it done. I think that we can really surprise some people, as we did Oregon in the last episode. Now, Lucas Key here on second down and goal inside the second quarter, inside the 5-minute mark. Going to get a sack as Travis Roach brings us down. Now, Key's going to fire out here to the left, and that's going to be incomplete. Go figure that. Not a high percentage throw there by Lucas Key, but coach suggestion saying to go for this because our kicker is so bad. So we're firing to our best offensive piece. That's Ben Crawford. Remember the name. It might be a very simple name, a CPU-generated name, but remember it, guys. This player is something special. I love me some senior Ben Crawford there. Big touchdown on fourth down and goal from like way past the 20. Just crazy that our offense was able to convert that score. So we're up 14-7, and we've got the Thundering Herd marching down the field here, but we do get a stop. 4th and 2, they kick a field goal. Next possession, throwing to the end zone. That's Cooper Caddick with the deflection. He's a quarterback, guys. He's our backup, but he's an athlete, so he must have been an athlete recruit in this 6-year simulation that we had going on before we started this dynasty up, and he has some stone hands at cornerback. But either way, he makes a stop there. They have to kick another field goal. 14-3, and with 12 seconds on the clock, Lucas Key finds a wide open Ben Crawford down to about the 8-yard line. Melvin Breaux, head coach, calls a timeout with 8 seconds left to go. First down and goal. Key's got a wide open Crawford. He makes a spin move, but he will get dropped at the 1-yard line, and with 2 seconds left, we got to call that timeout and kick a field goal of our own to make this thing 17-3. So I like the way that we're playing on offense, but I think our defense needs to step up just a little bit extra. Get a turnover or something. Keep them off the board. Houston Harris, first down. That's a big one. Sets up the Wilson touchdown here on a wide open run. There was no Marshall player anywhere near our offensive line. So late third quarter, about a minute left. We've got Matthews running the football here, and a fumble. Tidwell recovers it. He's trying to get this thing returned for a fumble recovery for a touchdown and can't escape the grasp of the defenders. But either way, man, 24-13, a huge hit. Boom, see you later. Give us the football. 3rd down and 4 as we got Key passing to the right. That's Cooper, but look at this dude. As a tight end, there's no way that this guy's a tight end. I've been looking at him the last couple games we played. He's so big. He's got to be a lineman that can play tight end. He's like an athlete as well. We get an interception here by Williams, and he's trying to do the same thing Tidwell did, but can't escape Marshall defenders. And Brian Williams with the interception. And with 49 seconds left, we're up 31-13, but we don't take the gas pedals off, ever. Not here, not at UL Monroe. Normally, good sportsmanship says, just knee it. Just run the clock down. Don't do that. But 38-13, we're pumping up our stats, and Matthews says, okay, you want to do that? I'll take a shot deep as well. 12 seconds when he catches it. Touchdown, Marshall. So they get the touchdown back. And we just learn our lesson, and we say, okay, all right, you're here to play for keeps, so we'll just run the clock out and get out of here with a victory. Lucas Key will be your player of the game, over 300 yards, passing today, 390 to be exact. 4 touchdowns, no picks, 75% completion percentage. That is elite. Those are elite numbers right there. Speaking of elite, look at Ben Crawford. He's an 81 overall receiver that keeps putting up these types of numbers. I mean, every game in, game out, he's continuously producing these ungodly numbers, man, and I'm excited for him in the Saints franchise for sure. But we'll take a look at our offensive line. We'll take a look at our defense because I know that there are some renames here and some custom players as well. Cooper Caddick with 3 tackles, had a deflection in there as well. Could have been an interception. Would have been nice to have him have that one. But we've also got Trevon Vaden there with a tackle, must have been on special teams. Overall, offense continues to play very well, 473 yards total, passing yards 393, so that means the rushing game wasn't too bad either. So for week number 5, that was week 4. We finalized week 4 today. That was the last game of week 4. Saw the other games in week 4 in the last episode. If you haven't caught that, make sure that you do. Tulane beats South Alabama 34-28. Look at the number of offensive yards, man. 536 to 318. Forced an interception on South Alabama, and they get a W here in overtime. So nice win by the Green Wave. Purdue loses to Louisiana Tech. They fall to 1-4. They're 1-3 in Big Ten play as well, so they are not having a good season. But La Tech, with Ford as their quarterback, been doing well. We've got a couple young guys like Formulacia. We've got Will Hayes on the come up as well. So they've got some renames, some custom players as quarterbacks that are kind of really vying and hoping that Ford loses his job. But it doesn't look like he is, with La Tech performing fairly nicely at the very beginning of the season, going 2-1 now. Now, Southern against Mississippi State, an SEC team. This is going to be very difficult, but they win in pretty much dominating fashion. They beat them by 18, 49-31, and Mississippi State falls to 0-5, while the Jaguars, they go to 4-0 on the season. Crazy, right? Pretty crazy numbers. 80% for Darnell Bourgeois. 37 of 46 for 483. So he is having one heck of a season, and spoiler alert, not even his statistics have him in the Heisman race right now. The thing about College Football Revamped is they really love running backs inside the Heisman list. So I'm getting kind of worried that even if he puts up ridiculous numbers that are Heisman worthy, that he's not going to be included on the list at the end of the season. So that's going to be kind of worrisome. Maybe I can look into possibly modding the Heisman race list in the DB editor. If you guys are familiar with kind of how the mod works, maybe possibly that's a way to fix it. I'll have to look into it, but we'll find out that a little bit later. So Pittsburgh is actually, they don't have a lot of sample size. Louisiana has 3 games played. They have 2. They're the number 4 team in the nation. So, everybody likes Pittsburgh apparently. So we'll see how good that they actually are against this high-flying offense of the Raging Cajuns with, of course, their playmaker, Alan McAllister, their quarterback, custom player. He's a senior. He's going to be included inside that Saints franchise draft class. So we'll see how he performs here against a very top-tier looking team. And if he performs well, I think he's going to shoot up those draft boards for sure. Here's a deep bomb to the right. That's what I'm talking about right there. We want a Cajun 6 victory. Let's go, McAllister. 2nd down and 5. McAllister scanning the field. He's going to move up in the pocket. Wow, that's a great throw. Finding our other custom player, Jack Cook, getting the touchdown. Watch that throw again, man. He just stepped into the pocket. Beautiful, beautiful throw. You don't often see that from guys on the AI side of things with college football, with NCAA football 14. But here's a nice run by Clint Turner. That's Pittsburgh's quarterback. Going to pick up the first down. They're in another 3rd and 2 situation, and there's a big hit right from the blind side. Clint Turner going to go down. That is Bo Franklin with the big sack. Don't say that. Don't say that in front of people. 3rd down and 3 after a missed field goal. McAllister throws out to the left side. That's going to be a pass completed. Whoa, he busts off the tackle, busts off a 4th tackle, and gets out of bounds. That's Jack Cook again. This guy might be shooting himself up the draft boards at some point. I think he might be a freshman or a sophomore. We'll have to take a look at that and see at the end of the statistics what class that Mr. Jack Cook is in, because he's definitely on my radar. Jericho Burks, another custom player for Louisiana. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. 14-0. Shelton Stanley with a 13-yard catch after the screen. So they're in business here, taking a 21-0 lead. That's Jericho Burks again. Touchdown number 2 for this man, and 3 for McAllister. But don't count your chickens before they hatch. Mark Mitchell, touchdown Pittsburgh, nearing the end of the 2nd quarter. Now watch what happens here. 3rd down and 8, almost picked off. Punt the football. Right? Punt it. What are you doing, guys? 4th down and 8. They decide to go for this thing. Why? I don't know. Probably is like a 4 verts play. It looks like 4 verts, but it looks like they're going for it. Try to shoot to the end zone here. It's a turnover with 1 second left. So McAllister can't get rid of the football, and that sets up Pittsburgh for a field goal try with 1 second left on the clock, and they nail it. So it's 21-10. I mean, yeah, you still got a pretty commanding lead at this point, but, you know, Pittsburgh, they shouldn't have had that opportunity, and now you've gotten them back in the football game. 47-yard catch here to Mark. 1st and 10, they're going to try that left side again, and they have completely exposed that side of the field. Back-to-back plays, touchdown Pittsburgh. 3rd down and 3 here. Big situation for the Panthers, but they're not going to convert here. That's a nice tackle by Bug Boucher. Another custom player. So they're going to go for this thing on 4th down and 2, and a really nice job by the Raging Cajuns defense. They stop them on 4th down, and it gives their offense a chance to put more points up on the board. Burks with the catch here for 5. 5:27, 2nd and 5. Here's a run by Jericho Burks. 1st down. Keep those chains moving along with the clock there, boys, but McAllister takes a big hit. He's going down. 2nd and 18. They're going to run a little read option play. McAllister cuts upfield. He's only going to get 6. Pretty decent run, all things considered. But it does get you to a manageable 3rd and long. 3rd and 12. Nothing seemed open. Everybody's in zone coverage there for Pitt. They'll have to try a pretty long field goal for their kicker. Kick is up, and it's wide left and a little short. So that opens the door. Pittsburgh, with 4 minutes, taking control. 3rd down and 7. It's a big down and distance for both teams, and Pitt converts. 30-yard reception for Kevin Bennett. Another 3rd down and long. 3rd and 10. Pass completed on the rollout. Heading to the end zone. Tidwell can't get there. He does get dropped at the 1-yard line. 1st down and goal with 1:40. Pass completed. They sold out for the run, and Reggie Pollard, the tight end, wide open in the end zone. Pittsburgh takes the lead 24-21, but they don't have Alan McAllister on their side. He is 33 of 41 today. Good completion percentage, just under 300 yards passing. They're going to have to rely on the big arm of their quarterback to get this thing done. All they need is a field goal to tie. Obviously, you're shooting for a touchdown, but that's the situation at hand. Now, McAllister, nothing open. He's going to only rush it to the left, trying to escape the pressure, only going to get a yard. 3rd down and 7. Pass completed, but big hit. They'll call a timeout to talk about their 4th down approach here and what they want to do. 4th down and 3. This is pretty much the game for the Raging Cajuns. 1st down. Anthony Johnson with an 8-yard catch. 1st and 10. McAllister dropping back. Gonna float this one to the left. Completed just past the 40. That's Jack Cook. 45 seconds. McAllister getting a little pressure. Throws off his back foot. Somehow it's caught by Charles Murray for 7. It's going to lead to a 2nd down and 3. They're going to spike it to stop the clock. 27 seconds. 3rd down and 3. McAllister fires it deep to the right. Incomplete. It'll lead to a 4th and 3. It's decision time. Do you try this field goal? He missed before. He doesn't have the strongest leg. They're going to try it, and it is short. It's short. This time it was right on line, but it's short. Heartbreaking loss for the Raging Cajuns here. They had the number 4 team on the ropes, and they just didn't have enough leg. That's really what it came down to. They didn't have enough leg from their kicker. So unfortunately, that's a tough luck loss for Alan McAllister's Raging Cajuns, man. But he had a good game. No interceptions, no turnovers. He was clean, had a very good completion percentage. Running game was decent. And I'd say the defense played well. I mean, you're dealing with a top 5 college football team in Pittsburgh. Not an easy team to hold. And they did it. 24 points. I think that was acceptable. 282 offensive yards for Pittsburgh. Like, you got to hand it to them. Got to hand it to Louisiana here today. So as we take a quick look here at week number 5, we've got these games that were just played and simulated, and that's going to do it for Week 5. That closes the book on the week. So as we take just a gander at Week 6 action, now this game was not on your pick'em. Grambling State, Wake Forest, Tulane, LSU. We're going to actually watch Tulane and LSU. I think that's just a cool matchup. Of course, those two Louisiana schools, they're rivals, I'd say. So we're going to watch that game. We'll obviously see Nevada and ULM. We're ranked for the first time after getting that W. I think they really like the win that we had against Oregon. But we will simulate Coastal Carolina and Louisiana. And unfortunately for the Raging Cajuns, they fall to the Chanticleers. 27-24. Tough loss again for the Raging Cajuns. Is their season over? That's the question. You know, they had a lot of hype coming in, but they just lost to a quarterback that went 8 of 20. Like, when your guy goes 320 for 2 and the other guy goes 8 of 20, you can't have that happen. You can't lose that football game. But unfortunately, they did. Jack Cook went off, 10 catches for 124 and a touchdown. I think that he's definitely a go-to guy for McAllister. Little update here as far as the Heisman watch. I was really hoping that one of our guys from the Cajun 6 conference was going to be up here, but we don't. And I was also hoping that some of our renames for you guys in the community that renamed someone from another school was up here, but they're not. But here guys, is a quarterback, Jorge Coleman, a quarterback from Michigan. 12 touchdowns, no picks. He can run a little bit as well. But look at this running back, Ryan Goss. Either or. Having a pretty nice season there for LSU. We'll take a look at him in the next episode here on Saturday against Tulane. We'll see how he does. Of course, anybody that's in this list is going to definitely be included into the Saints franchise. J.J. Smith, a quarterback from Auburn. Not doing too bad. I'd still take Jorge Coleman, the quarterback from Michigan. That's not my bias and my homerism for Go Blue, but I'd probably take his numbers over JJ's right now. Then we got John Simmons, who's chipping in a little bit everywhere, just under the century mark. He should get there by the end of the season. But take a look at Dustin Perry, Florida International running back. 1,000 yards on the dot, 200 average yards per game, 9 rushing touchdowns. How is this guy in 5th place? That's crazy to me. He should be like number 3 at that point. So that's going to do it for the video today, guys. Leave a like if you like this thing. I don't normally post this series on a Wednesday. This is always a Saturday video, but I did not have any MAC team builder action ready to go today, so this kind of takes the place of that. The next episode will cover Nevada against UL Monroe, LSU versus Tulane, Grambling against Vanderbilt, Southern versus Memphis, and of course UL Monroe versus Tennessee. So a lot of games in the next episode coming up on Saturday. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you then. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.